Dean Dolan, Associate Dean Ashford, Professor Akusha, Dave, Lisa, distinguished faculty and staff, dearest friends and family, and my graduating classmates. The day has finally arrived, and I'm not sure who's more excited, the graduating class or our friends and family. It's truly my honor to be here as a class speaker. Even though I've been given ample opportunity to prepare for today's speech, I must be honest with you, I've struggled quite a bit as to what I'm going to say. I know that the class voted me to be class speaker for a couple of different reasons. You can get an idea of it for now. So there's a little bit of peer pressure and class expectation. The first is they know that that filter that normally exists between your brain and your mouth that's supposed to censor the thoughts we think and the words we speak, well, sometimes it's not. In all seriousness, I've struggled with what I'm going to say, and I truly recognize this as an honor to be addressing everyone here. I have a lot of respect for my classmates, for the faculty, for the staff, for the Ross School of Business, for this entire university. When I came home to tell my wife that I'd been voted to be class speaker and what an honor it's been, she started laughing. She said, that just means you have one more assignment than the rest of your class. Thank you, sweetheart. Be that as it may, the class did vote me, so I have a fiduciary duty and an obligation to them. So, Dave, the filter is off. No censors. Don't worry, if you feel an impending cardiac arrest, Sue won't have to fire you. There's an interventional cardiologist and 2 cardiothoracic surgeons in class. If you break out into that nervous hive condition of yours like that guy from Something About Man, we have a class dermatologist. And if it's possible to get you even more mentally messed up, we even have a class psychiatrist. Personally, I'm not too worried about any defamation because the class attorneys have told me that up here, I'm actually an agent of the institution, and so you're ostensibly liable by the time. What you need to know is that even though I'm speaking uncensored and unfiltered, the words are not originating from my head. They're coming directly from my heart. If we go back 20 months, we step back into the MITC classroom, we entered as strangers. The next 629 days proved to be an incredible journey. It included 23 courses, binders of reading material that if you measured them from end to end, and I did this, is almost 5 feet long. 24 CDs of distant learning, 26 books in addition to that, some of which are still in cellophane because we meticulously wrap them back up. Numerous hours of team conference calls, thousands of emails, 60 days of residency away from our friends and family, and many, many more hours of study. All of this while trying to balance work, friends, family, life. Some members in the class got married during this time, others got engaged, others had babies. There were some career changes. We've even had some tragedies along the way, but we endured through it. The truth be told, there was no balance whatsoever. The positives, the service and support from the MITC staff was excellent, and we thank them. The faculty was incredibly talented and dedicated. Our own Professor Akusha, who you'll hear from shortly, is chair of the strategy department here, which was ranked the #1 strategy department in the world by Though we walked into class as strangers, I honestly believe this. We have made some of the deepest bonds of friendship that I am sure will last a lifetime. Our academic pursuits would not have been possible if not for the love and support of all of our friends and family. The EMBA staff, Dave Artis, Paul, Lynn, Brenda H., Brenda W., John, Cecilia, Libby, and Anna were unbelievably accommodating, and we thank you all. And yet there's still one person that deserves recognition beyond everyone else. One person that we cannot thank enough for all that she has done for us throughout this entire journey. One person that has the entire EMBA 09 class indebted to her forever. Class, please stand one more time. Let's recognize our own Lisa Minardi. journey, and it has. But the journey is not over. Rather, we are at a commencement, a new beginning. If we let it end now, the last 20 months of investment and sacrifice would have been a waste. So the journey, the networking, the friendships, they must continue. But the journey continues with an opportunity and a need to realign how we spend our time with our true priorities, our friends and our family. The person who smacked me in the face with this was not a PDP professor, was not a friend, it was not my wife, it was actually a 7-year-old, my son. You see, we have these rules at home. We call them Dad's rules because I enforce them and I whisper them in their ears, a little quasi-brainwashing. And they're as much for me as it is for them. And they are, never quit, don't be afraid of anything. If you don't try, you will not succeed. If you believe, you will achieve. It's okay to make a mistake as long as you learn from it. Except for the grace of God, there goes I. Happiness is a journey, not a destination. Always do the right thing, not the easy thing. Give me solutions, not excuses. And the last one, which will come back to haunt me in a couple minutes, the greatest power of the human mind is the power and freedom to choose. So I go back about a year and a half ago. It was the end of June 2007, and I hope Professor Levenstein isn't here, but it was around the time of the end of our macroeconomics class. We had a final coming up. It was a terribly busy week. Had plenty of work to do. We also had a family vacation wedding planned. So I'm up at 5 o'clock in the morning on a Monday, and I'm studying, and I get home, and I close the door to my office, and I'm studying. 6 o'clock in the evening comes, and my son runs into the office and says, "Hey, Dad, can we play?" And what do I say? "I can't, Alex. I'm busy right now. I'll do it this weekend." Tuesday comes, it's the same thing. Wednesday, same thing. Thursday. Well, Thursday he finally beat me down with his persistence, and I gave in like most parents do, and I said, "Okay." So I go out for about 15 minutes. We're building a Lego Star Wars model. I can't take it anymore. My final's in about 12 hours, and I can't remember what GDP stands for. So I go back into my office, and about 2 minutes later, he comes in. He says, "Dad, why are you working and studying so hard now?" And I give him the standard parent answer. "You know, Alex, you never quit. You don't believe you won't achieve." And I said, "It's also for our financial security, so we have more money later on in life to buy things." He says, "Oh, okay." Puts his head down and he leaves, and he comes back 2 minutes later and goes, "Now what, Alex?" He's holding something behind his back. He says, "Dad, I know you said it's about making money and stuff, and you always taught us that the greatest power is the power to choose." I said, "Yes." He sets the piggy bank on my desk and says, "I have $8.17 in my piggy bank. I'll pay you to play with us." Funny now, but not back then. Back then it was one of these things. What was I doing? How selfish had I been? I justified in disguise working hard to quote-unquote provide for my family when what they really wanted, what they really needed more than anything else was just some quality time with me. Classmates, no, the journey is not over. We are at a beginning, a new opportunity to realign our time with our most important priorities. Distinguished faculty and staff, beloved friends and family, while we were unbalanced for the last 20 months, we make a pledge to you to be sure that all of our pursuits in the future, we will make sure that our priorities are being better aligned, our time will be better aligned with our true priorities. We thank you all and we love you.
Robert would like to thank his wife Susie, his children Taylor and Alex, and his best friend Robert Lane. Raj Patel. Raj would like to recognize his wife Polly,